Well, let's just say Ben gave me the best superpower that I could own. Like I own that invisibility. The 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 thing is, it's such a juxtaposition because you see, I've been a fan of Melissa's for 25 years. You see her like doing all of these stunts and you know, just she can do practically anything. And so I thought, well, yeah, it can't be that hard. And then I started boxing training and I felt like I moved in slow motion, like literally, but I thought I was moving like this, but I was moving like this. And then I thought, thank God for stunt people. Thank God for stunt people.
Did you ever get hurt?
No. I worked with the stunt coordinator just so that I could make it believable that I was doing those stunts, like believable that I was doing those stunts. No, I felt very protected, and Alex, you know, my stunt woman was brilliant. Everybody just took real good care of this little marshmallow.
Yeah, you did. Octavia's new favorite thing is not being hoisted up in a harness. She was about a centimeter off the ground. And she was like, oh. And I'm like, your toes are still on the ground. You're still touching.
Melissa, in this one, what was the best action day? What was the worst action day for you?
Anytime I'm up on wires, when I can like flip, when I have to like do like back handsprings and I'm like 20 feet above the ground, or I got to flip on the car, that to me, I'm like, just leave me up there and let me flip around. I don't know why I love it so much. I love it with my whole heart. Like I want to go higher, faster. I think it's because I can't do any of that anymore on Earth. So if I get lifted up, all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I can still do gymnastics. I can still flip around. It's so fun. I love the whole stunt world because it's 50 people being in perfect unison. It's 2 months of training for a 13-second thing that when you get it all right, it's the best feeling of teamwork. And it's so hard to do. And then when you get it, it's so fun, but it really is like, it's such not an individual thing. It's a million people focusing on one thing. And it's just to give somebody watching the movie a great moment. And when it works, it just goes right to my heart.
Because obviously Spy, The Heat, there's been, severe action that you've done. Do you have to like retrain for it every time, or do you have kind of a muscle memory?
I have somewhat of a muscle memory, like wire work to me. Once I'm up, but every stunt's different. In this one, there was some, I don't want to give anything away, but it's the highest twirling I've ever done, and I'll leave it at that. But there's a shot in the movie that I think people are going to think was CGI, but I'm like, it was just me twirling around, and it was the most fun I've ever had. I was like when we finished it, I'm like, I don't know, do we really have it? Like, I just wanted to go one more time. So
getting her down was a real trick. It was almost impossible to get her down because I'd be like, hey, it's a superhero movie. You have a lot to accomplish every day. And she's like, I feel like we don't have it. I'm like, no, we have it like 8 times.